Hi guys, this is a video solution to week 2 lab 1 using if statements. It says that we have to create a Java app that can be used for a shopping cart and that it has to do the following things. Now let me minimize this. I already have Netbeans opened up. I'm going to create a new project. Make sure that it says Java under categories and Java application under projects. Then click next. I will be naming this Week 2 Lab 1. Says here that the first thing we have to do is declare a variable of type Boolean to represent whether an additional discount needs to be applied if the buyer is a veteran. Okay, so let's start our code under where it says to do. And let me make a comment that this is the declaration of variables. Our first variable is of type Boolean, and I will be naming it veteran. Now remember that Booleans can either be true or false. Step 2 says we need to declare a variable of type double to hold the discount percentage if the buyer is a vet. So our second variable is of type double. I will be naming the variable discount. And this is veterans discount. Step 3. Declare 3 variables to hold the price of a shoe for 3 levels based on quantity of sale. You decide the type, regular, level 1, and level 2. This is price of a shoe for 3 levels based on quantity of sale. Okay. So because these are going to be prices, we know that it needs to be of type double, all 3 of them. What this means is if you buy 1 pair of shoes, it will cost $10. If you buy more than a certain amount, it will then be $8. And at the greatest discount you can buy per shoe is $6.50. Step 4 says we need to declare the 3 variables to hold the quantities used for the discount levels above. Quantities for the discount levels. Now we know that you can only buy whole numbers when it comes to shoes. You can't buy 1.5 pairs. So we know that these 3 variables have to be of type integer. So these are the 3 quantities, which means if we buy less than 5 pairs of shoes, then you have to pay regular price per pair, which is $10. If we buy between 5 to 10 pairs of shoes, we will be paying $8. And if we go over 10 pairs of shoes, it will be $6.50. Step 5 says we need to declare a variable to hold the number of pairs of shoes ordered, i.e. quantity of sale. You decide the type. So, number of pairs of shoes ordered or quantity of sale. So this will be of type integer, and I'm going to name it num shoes. And I will initialize it to 6 for now. Step 6. Write statements that calculates the totals for sale amount and discount based on the pricing and discounting scheme below. Use the standard price if the quantity of shoes bought is less than the first discount level. Use the discount level 1 price if the quantity of shoes bought is less than the second discount level, but greater than or equal to the first discount level quantity. apply a final discount if the buyer is a veteran. So now we need to start our if statements. And after reading what we need to do, I realized that we will need 2 new variables. Because if the buyer is a veteran, we need to give them an additional discount. So I'm going to declare double sale amount and double final amount. So if the number of shoes is less than level 1, then the sale amount has to be the number of pair of shoes times regular price. So basically, if the number of pair of shoes is less than 5, we have to pay regular price. Else, if the number of shoes is greater than or equal to quantity level 2 and also less than quantity level 3, the sale amount is equal to number of pair of shoes times level 1 price. Now the reason why we need to do this between is because say we buy 12 pair of shoes. Now that's greater than 5 but also greater than 10. So we need to tell the program which formula to use, and this is why we need to constrain it to just between 5 and 10. So the last if statement is if we buy over 10 pairs of shoes. That's else if num shoes is greater than quantity 3, the sale amount is equal to the number of shoes times level 2 price. Now remember here that says that we need to apply a final discount if the buyer is a veteran. So if veteran is true, discount applied is 15%. That's just what I chose. The final amount then is equal to sale amount times one minus discount. Else, if they're not a veteran, discount is equal to 0 and final amount is equal to sale amount. So it didn't change a thing. Now there's a red squiggly line under veteran and under sale amount. It says it hasn't been initialized. So let's go back up to the top and I can choose this to be true. And I can initialize this to 0. And that will make it go away. Step 7 says we need to produce an output similar to the one shown below. Okay. So receipt output. I'm just going to type these all out now. So under per shoe, there's a red line because I have not declared this variable yet, because I didn't know I would need it until now at receive output. So I need to know the price per pair of shoes. So let me just declare that under here. I'll do double per shoe and initialize it to 0. Then under each of these if statements, I need to put what that will be. So here per shoe will be reg price. Here per shoe will be level 1 price. And here per shoe will be level 2 price. And then red squiggly line under final amount because, oh, spelled it wrong. Okay. So now let's run it and see what it gives me. Says that I chose number of shoes to be sold to be 6, which is right here. Price per pair is $8, and that's because it falls between 5 and 10 pairs, so I will be using this formula. The sale amount is calculated down here, and it's if the buyer is a veteran, which is true, set at the top, so I do get a 15% discount. Now let's test this if it's false. Let me set this to false. And let me set the number of pairs of shoes to be 12. And that just makes sure that my program works. Veteran discount now says 0. Number of pair of shoes is now 12. Now I'm using the formula, the third formula. Sale amount equals num shoes times level 2 price. And the price per pair is $6.50. So this concludes the solution. I hope you guys found it useful. Thank you.